All right, and audio is, let me switch to this connectivity. All right, I think audio might be good now because I have switched my network. And let me check quickly what internet speeds I'm getting so we can continue. Pretty good to have audio. Yes. All right. All right. Today we are going to talk about a PaaS service, specifically web app, which is one of our topic in the syllabus. So let's quickly open AZ104. We can go to documents, not here. Where is AZ104 Microsoft? Here. Right, and if you go here in examination and look for that, what are the skill set is required for this AZ104 administrator, what we are looking right now, we have covered identity completely from the scratch. Everything we have covered. Governance also we have covered. All right, couple of things. Okay, this is two things which I just saw. Let me note it down, which we haven't covered. Okay, this is what I will cover. This is very small topics, so we can cover it right away. And this is all done, all done, all done. Yes, this is for web app service. So this is what I'm going to cover main topic today, web app service. All right, so let's start a few topics which we are connected from yesterday. We have seen yesterday Active Directory. From the last few sessions, we have been looking on a governance perspective. And in a governance perspective, first thing what we saw that RBAC, role-based access, then Active Directory, Azure Active Directory. In Azure Active Directory, we saw MFA and we saw conditional access. We saw users. We saw how to synchronize the on-premises Active Directory with Azure, right? Now, one more thing in the governance is important is called policies. What is policy? Right? Policy is something like your company have some rules, some regulation. They want to enforce you on that rules and regulation. That will be called as a policy, right? So let's say that society have a policy not to allow vehicle from visitors. So this is the rules of a society that outside vehicle is not allowed. Or might be your company have a policy or government have a policy that if anyone's shout after 10 p.m. in the society on the road, there will be a charge of violating or disturbing a people. So the government have some policies, societies have some policies, and offices have some policies. So same way, the rules and regulation which you want to enforce on your Azure, that is called Azure policy. So rules can be like this way. All right, I'll just show you that in the right. Rules can be like I have subscription. In the subscription, I want to make sure any deployment, or whether it's virtual machine or virtual network or might be resource group, any deployment should be in the India itself. Should not be get deployed outside of India. India, why only India? Why only India? Because my some data which is I'm going to store on this company, my company is belongs to India, and they have strictly following RBI guidelines, or might be they are the government data, so I cannot store outside the India. Or might be I wanted to make sure that all the deployments should be in India, so I want to benefit only Indian users. I don't want to cater outside the world. My all the users in India, so deployment should be in India. So this could be a policy. I'll be create Azure policy, and mention that all virtual machine, all location, allowed locations will be Central India, South India, and West India, right? So that I'll going to apply. I'll create a policy, and this policy I can apply at three places. At first is management group. We have talked about management group last time also, but if you want, I can explain you again. Right? Management group or subscription or resource group. Three places I can apply the policy. Let's look at the policy first. So we'll go to Azure policy, 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 policy. So this is a service called Azure policy, right? In this policy, you can find out plenty of policies already available by Microsoft Azure, or you can create your own policy also. So we'll look on the what are the available policies for provided by Microsoft. There's a two types you need to understand. One is called initiatives, another is called definitions, right? What's the difference between definition and initiatives? So definition will be, right, let me show you that what is a definition, then I'll show you initiatives. Okay, why this is showing like this? Okay, let me choose. Yeah, so here is my one. So definition is like you wanted to create your own existing policy. Everything from the scratch you want to create it. You want to write a rules and you will be apply on your subscription. So that will become on initiatives. Another is called definition. Sorry, another is called initiative definitions. Sorry guys, let me hold on. Let me repeat what I'm saying. There is a policy definition and initiative definitions. These are two different types of policy you can have it on Azure, right? If I click on initiatives, I can find out existing policies which is available by Microsoft. So let me go back first. Let me define the scope. Add policy. So I can define the scope. I have defined as a scope as a my virtual machine. Now here you can find out a lot of policies are available. It's approximately 500 policies which Microsoft provide, which you have to just implement. So that is called definitions, right? And another option which is called policy definitions, right? You have to write from the scratch. From the scratch, you have to write entire rules in a JSON format. Or there will be a lot of policies available on GitHub. You can import GitHub policies. There is a lot of policy samples policy. You can see that, and built-in policies also there. You can import there, and from there you can edit the policies. So definitions. Yep, you can see that various resources, they have a policy available in a JSON format, right? You can import those policies. All right, let me give example. I'll create a one resource group first. I'll create a resource group in policy demo, policy-demo. This is what I'm creating, and I'll just create this is in Central India. Central India. I'll create a resource group and apply the policy that any deployment in this resource group, right, happen should be in the Central India. If someone's tried to deploy in West India or South India, or let's say that I want to apply all the deployment should be India itself. If someone is tried to deploy outside of India, it should be get failed, right? So I'll go to policy, click on policy, click on definitions, initiative definitions. I'll be selecting where I want to apply the policies. This is why I'm not able to see that. Okay. Now this is my location hyphen policy. Add definitions. I'll look for that which is provided. I'll just look for the locations. Allowed locations. This is what I want to look for. Add it. Next. That's okay. Any parameter you want to define. Which allowed location. So this is a value will be for the locations. Now I'll just create, and this will be my initiatives has been created. Come on. Okay, no parameter. I have given a value. Okay, here, India, South India, India, West India, right, and South India. Right, this allowed location has been created. Now we can apply this location on scope where we want to make it effective this application, this policy. So what I'll do that I can go on assignment, assign initiatives, look for my scope. The scope is my subscription. What is also subscription? The policy demo. After creating a rules, I am applying this rule on this scope, right? Next. So this is what I have created. Location policy, allowing the locations, right? Now I want to enable this policy and create. Okay, so this policy has been created. Now let me go to my resource group and I will deploy one small quickly nick card. Not nick card. Let me deploy quickly which could be easy virtual network. Pretty good. Creating a virtual network, keeping this resource group, and I'll try to deploy in Australia. So I'll just give a demo vnet. So can you see that the policy has been enforced? The value does not meet the requirement. You cannot deploy in that location. It says that the location has been denied based on this policy, right? Now let me choose India itself, Central India. So it is no error. I can proceed for deployments. I can create a deployments, right? I'll just create a new resource. So in India, I can create it in this resource group. So I have applied this policy on this resource group. So let it deploy. Meanwhile, I'll try again with different networks. Virtual network. Let me go on virtual network. I'll choosing my resource. This is resource group where I have applied the policies. Now I'll just choose demo 2, and rather than using, I'll use ES2S2, and I'll just ignore this one. It shows that you cannot deploy. I'll just ignore. I'll just move ahead and create a new. So what will happen? You can see that it is does not meeting my requirement, so I cannot get the this create button highlighted. It is a gray out. Once I fix this, I can take a South India, right? Go next, next, next. So it will be available, right? Once I fix the location. So this is one of example of a policy. Once you policy can enforce you not to deploy on any location apart from which has been defined, or forcefully follow the rules. That is what policy used to do. All right, let's come back to the policies. What other policies are available? So I can show you that what is a policy available by default from the Microsoft. So we can see those policies. Cover policy, I just want to show you, right? So this is approximately 868 policies available. Uh, Audit the virtual machine for disaster recovery. So you want to make sure that all the virtual machines should have ASR enabled. DR side should be enabled. Which virtual machine does not have ASR enabled? You want to see that one. So you can choose this policy. You want to do the vulnerability assessment with of Synapse apply workspace. So there is so many policies available, including the locations, permitted virtual machine size. You can restrict with the size also. If I want to restrict the size, I can restrict the virtual machine size. I want to just allow 2 cores, not allow 4 cores, 6 cores. That also I can set it up. Or I want to make sure that naming convention should be get followed. So then I have to create a new policies again, right? Naming convention, right? I can find out. Might be Microsoft have given. Namespace should be a private link. Namespace for all resources. I think this is all with respect to basic specific resource group, but we can have for all resources can have our name specific naming convention. All right, so those are the called policies. There is a set of the policies, number of policies you can find out on Azure, and some of standards available in a market. We call it CIS standard, Center of Internet Security, right? There is called ISO standard. You also so many times you heard ISO standard. There is a HIPAA standard. Those are the compliance. HIPAA compliance, right? There's a HIPAA standard, or there is a FINRA standard, right? So those are the standard. These are called like RBI standard, right? We have RBI standards. So those standards have a set of the rules for your policies. So how you can get it implemented? Simply you have to go on assignments, go for the initiatives, assign initiatives, and you can look for that what is Microsoft already have provided. So this is one what we have created our individual. Apart from that, you can find out NIST standard, you can find out IRS standards, you can find out, let's say that HIPAA compliance. The HI trust and HIPAA compliance you can find out, or you can find out ISO 7001 compliance, right? Or you can find out FINRA compliance. I think FINRA will not be there. No, FINRA is not there, right? So you can find out so many standards, and those standards have yeah, we can find out CISS rules, CIS benchmark standard. So those have a lot of rules which you can find out here in this their link. Let's say that I'll go here, and what could be standards is fulfilling the standard. You can find out all the rules what are they are fulfilling that standard. So those are the rules will be have MS should be an MFA should be enables, that and encryption should be there. All standard all the policies which should be, it's a set of the policies should be available, you can find out here, right? So if I enable the standards, let's say that I am enable CIS benchmark 1, so it will implement all the standards and it will show me that what are the things are missing. So I already have enabled standards. Let me show you that one. I have enabled, no, I don't have right now. So, but in the past, I have enabled the standards. So let me enable the standards, initiatives. I'll go for CISS 1.3. Selecting on subscription scope is my subscription. I'll go next. And I'll create it. Right? So I have this policy, and this policy will start instigating, start looking for that what are the things are missing. So based on that, this much policies are having a rules. Based on that, I will see that what will be my compliance looks like. So I can go on compliance view, and I can find out which resources which are the meeting this compliance or not compliance. Make sense, guys? Any questions so far here? Ravindra, Mahesh, are you good with the policies and compliance? Right, perfect. All right. So it's so far you cannot see right now because we just implemented. It will take time to scan it, and based on these policies, it will come to know that okay, what are the things we are missing. So this is a definition you can find out entire rule sets. This is all rules will be. I'll just give you example like encryptions. Right. So it will make sure that you should have encryption on your all the storage account. If you don't have encryptions, it will highlight here that it says that okay, this is policy are missing. So you should do the encryptions and come back and let it scan again. So here you can find out all the results, right? So this is all about the policies. Next thing is called lock, resource lock. What is a resource lock? Okay, so let's say that I have given a couple of users for deployment rights. They can deploy, they can start resources, and some other guys they have a deletion rights also. But I just want to make sure that before deleting, they should check me. They should contact me before deleting. I'm deleting this. Can I delete that? But most of the times, what happens that people skip me and delete the resources. So I want to make sure they should come back to me. So what I can do that I can apply the locks. So locks can be two types of locks, and one is that operational locks, another is a deletion locks. Any operation logs, and another is the deletion logs. So if they want to stop any state of change virtual machine, they want to do that, they will be the virtual machine will be in a read-only resource until they delete the logs. If they delete the logs, they can perform the action. Same way, until they delete the logs, it will be they cannot perform a deletion action, but they can perform all the actions. So let me go on virtual machine. Any virtual machine, I can see that. Okay, this is a virtual machine. I'll be applying a lock here on this resource group, right? This is a lock. You can find out here. Add a lock. I'll just say that deletion demo. and I'll apply on delete only. All right. So this is lock I have been applied. Okay. This rights, creating a locks, deleting a locks, not everyone can have it. We can define who can have a rights. So that we can set on the RBAC, IAM access. So let's say that I'm giving access to uh, Mahesh. I have given all the rights except the deletion of these logs. He cannot delete the logs. So he cannot delete the logs, he cannot delete the resources. So this logs has been initiated. Let me try to delete some resource. So let's go on what I can delete. Alright, let's delete virtual machine itself. And he's tried to delete it. Can you see that? It's failed. Why it's failed? It says that please remove the lock and try again. Now Mahesh cannot remove the logs because he don't have a right to remove the logs. I have a right, so Mahesh will come to me. Hey Samit, I want to delete the ADDS. Can you remove the logs on resource group? So I'll go and remove the logs. Once I remove the logs, he can delete the virtual machine. Right? If I click on delete, he can start deleting virtual machine. Okay, let it remove, let it refresh. Taking too much time. Now let me delete it. Can you see that? Its virtual machine is allowed to delete. Same way, same way we have another logs is called a read-only logs. So this virtual machine has been deleted. I want to do the changes here. So let's say that I am applying a logs which is called read-only logs. This type log is a read-only. Now after creating a logs, Mahesh have all the rights. Mahesh has all the rights to perform any action, but before performing action, he have to take approval that okay, Mahesh, you have a rights to do that, but before doing any action, please come to me and inform me. I'll just say to Mahesh. Mahesh says okay, so he need to do that. Some rules need to be get added in NSG, right? He need to add some rules in NSG. So what he do that, he'll just go and add the rules. Let's say that he just tries to add a rule, this one only, and he's trying to add and it's get failed. Why is getting failed? He's not deleting anything, but still it's a read-only resources. I have applied the logs called read-only. So Mahesh will come back to me and say that, hey, can you remove the log? So I'll just go to my resource group. Yeah, here's the resource group itself and delete the log. Once I delete it, right now Mahesh can go and add the rules. Hopefully doesn't require to refresh. Yeah, it's required to refresh. Wait for a second or might be. See, now he can do the adding the logs. He can add the rules by after removing the logs. Alright, so logs have this much functionality, nothing apart from that. Alright, apart from that, there is the tags. What is the tags? So you can find out a lot of places there's a tags. Tags is nothing but a label sticker. If you let me give example. Most of the time what happened that we have multiple departments and each department have a computers and some department have a good monitor, some have a bad monitor, right? So the person who have a bad monitor, what day he do? He come little bit early morning right? He come a little bit early morning and remove the good monitor, place on his desk, and he's replace his old monitor with with a new monitor, right? So this can be happen. So people can start complaining that, hey, what happened to my monitor? And the person who's think that, okay, my monitor is not working, is not aware it has been replaced, right? Same way. So what generally company do, that the company apply the sticker that this monitor has been allocated to whom, the name of the sticker, right? Or sometimes what happens, that company needs to have inventory, how many monitors they have at home. So they apply the sticker on every bench, every chair, every computer stuff, every cabinet. So those are called tags. They are used for having proper inventories. They have used for finding out how much of cost we are doing on these departments. So it's called a tags. So how we can apply the tags, how we can find out which resources belongs to which team. Let's say that this entire resource group, this entire resource group are costing me X amount. I want to make sure that this amount should be goes to Ganesh, right? I know that this is a Ganesh classes is written, but let's say that it's written production deployment, and I want to make sure that this all the ownership of this and the billing should be goes to Ganesh. So what I can do, that I can simply apply the tags. I click on edit, or I can click on add tags. Tags can be like this: uh, owner, who's the owner? Ganesh. And is it a production? I'll type it env. I'll say that yes, it's a production. Then the deployment date, when we have deployed, I'll say that September 2021, right? And who have deployed? Deployer, deployed by Samit, right? So this can be a tags. Now, this tags has been applied on resource group. And if I just go here, look for the tags, and if I let's assume that I have multiple tags with name of Ganesh. So I just want to find out the value which is a Ganesh is equal to what are the resources Ganesh is owning. So he can find out all the resources list. It is applied on resource group, so that's why you cannot see that. But if we apply on resource, let me go and apply on resource so you can get a clear picture. The tags item you can find out everywhere. The tags, IAM access, activity logs, the monitorings, everywhere you can find out those logs, those things, everything everywhere you can find out. So let's say that I'll be having owner, and owner will be a Ganesh. Then again, this will be deployed by Samid, right? I'll apply this tags to multiple items. I'm skipping few items, applying on some items. Owner Ganesh, and couple of items is, let's say that this one I'll be make owner as a Samid. And it has been applied to many places, let's say assume, and I want to find out what are the resources owned by Ganesh, what are the resources owned by Samid. So I'll just look for the owner, and it will filter it out with owner tags. What happened? OWNER. Yeah, owner, and I'll look for the what are the owners Ganesh having. So Ganesh are the owner of this one. What are Samit are owners? Samit are owner of this resources. So it doesn't matter which resource group it belongs, which subscription it belongs. It will list down all the subscription, all the tags, everywhere you have deployed the resources. So this way you can find out who owns what, right? And which department owning which resources. So it is easy to find out the resources owned by multiple departments. And how it can help in the billing. So when we come to billing part, we'll see that one. So I think last time we have done the billing, but still. So billing is a pretty good one. You simply click on the resource group, so subscription, and a subscription you can find out cost analytics. In the cost analytics, it will show you that how much you have spent or how much your billing has been occurred so far, right? So I have you can set a budget, you can set filtration where you are spending a money. So as of now, I am over budget, right? I should have a budget of 3,000 to spending in a month, but I have already crossed that one, and the actual amount is my 4,000, and a forecast will be see later on, right? Now, if I want to see that who has spent the money, so I can do that. I can go on granularity, make it none, so it will show me in one go, and I'll make it by group by tags. If I have applied the tags, so I can find out which tags. Okay, I don't have a tags as of now. It has not been reflected, but let's say that we have a tags. So this tag has been up billing us build so much amount into my storage account, right? This is untagged one, which is not tagged. So here you can do the filtration. We have just applied the tags, so we cannot find a tags details of a tags as of now, because the reason is that it have to occur in the tags record. So it has not been occurred so far. Or what I can do is simply make it group by none, granularity none, then and I'll filter it this one. Here also I can filter the tags. As of now I can see only one tags. Or what I can do that I can filter by resource. Filter it by resources. So here I can see that which resource has consumed how much in the entire month. So I have express out circuit. Oh wow, I have to delete this one. So I have express out circuit which cost me approximately 1,000 rupees. I have a batch service which is costing me this much amount, 800 rupees, and rest of the my other expenses, right? So here you can find out, and you can download this report in Excel file, CSV format, or PNG chart, right? Any questions, guys, here on this two topic? Any questions, guys? Is it good? Okay, perfect, perfect. All right. Now coming to next topic, which need to cover our Azure app. What is Azure app or app service? Right. So what we generally do that if we want to have a website, right? We wanted to have a website. What we generally do, we create one resource group. This is my resource group, right? Under a resource group, we create one VNet. Then we have one subnet, and a subnet will have a virtual machine. In the virtual machine, I'll install IIS. If it's a Windows virtual machine, I install IIS, right? Then I upload my data, right? And I'll be having some public IP attached to my NIC card. Public attached to my NIC card, right? So this public IP will be get mapped with my DNS, which is I purchased from GoDaddy or anywhere. So let's say that technext.in, I map with this my public IP. So someone hits this, he gets this not data, data. All right. So he can see my website, he can see my images. Why he can see that? Because there's an operating system called Windows, and the Windows is running a web service called IIS, and IIS having the website data, so I can see my website, right? So I have to maintain and manage. What are the things I have to manage? I have to manage a VNet, I have to manage a subnet, I have to manage a public IP, I have to manage my data, I have to manage Windows operating system, I have to manage the IIS. I have to manage multiple things, right? This structure is called IS, infrastructure as a service, which is a typical form of any infrastructure. Generally, is it on premises or Azure? Doesn't matter. It looks like same. But being a cloud, there is a little bit advantage. What are those advantage? Oops, my phone got dropped. What are the advantage? Advantage you doesn't require to always deploy entire infrastructure. The Microsoft will be help you to achieve your goal. What is your goal? Your goal is to publish your data. That's it. Right? You have purchased a domain technex.com and you want to publish your data. You don't want to maintain IS. You don't want to run the Windows operating system. You don't want to maintain the network, subnets, everything. You just want to show your website data to your customer. That's it, right? So what you can simply do, you can use Azure PaaS service, platform as a service. So Microsoft will give you complete platform. What you just need to require, you require some resource group, right? In the resource group, you will deploy web app or Microsoft service, which is called app service. Or you can or earlier it used to call web app, mobile app, API app. Now it's only app service, right? App service. In the app service, you can deploy mobile data, you can deploy website, you can deploy APIs. So all three can be possible. It's all three supported. Now, after deploying a web app, just like virtual machine, you deploy web app, you have to choose a name for web app, location, size, what could be a size, right? And couple of more options. After choosing that, you just need to upload your data. There's a couple of ways to upload it. CI/CD pipeline is there, manual upload is there. There's a lot of features available in the web app, right? So we'll not go in details, but we'll see that demonstration. So this is a web app. You have to just upload your data. Once you have a data, it will start publishing your data to your customer, right? Even you don't have your domain, technex.in. Microsoft will give you the some domain that will be a not attractive domain, some your app service name dot Microsoft something Azure app dot com something which that I don't remember complete URL. So that could be like this one. Or if you want to map it, you can use a CNAME feature and map it to your TextNext. So someone goes to TextNext, it will can see the data. So let's go and deploy the website. Quickly, we can go on Ganesh demo, right? I'll just click on web app service, sorry, app service. This is the app service. Here you can create an app service. Choose your resource group. Now choose your web app name. This web app name should be globally unique because it's going to provide a URL, azurewebsite.net, right? So I'll say that Samit demo. I believe it should be available. Yes, it's available. What is the form of your data? Is it in a Docker container mode or is it in a code mode? I'll say that code mode. Or if it's in Docker, you need to choose a Docker container mode. If you have a Docker, you have written your all the data in a Docker, right? I'll say that a code, which type of a code you are running, whether you are running .NET, PHP, Java, or Python, Ruby. So simply you can choose any. I can choose a .NET framework. All right. Now, whether the .NET framework can work on run on the Windows or Linux, and there could be a cost difference. If you go for the Windows, there will be Windows licensing cost. If you go for the Linux, there will be a different cost on the Linux side, right? So I can choose any options where whatever I wanted to go for it, and wherever my data is comfortable, my code is comfortable, right? So I'll choose a Linux where I want to deploy a location. I can choose any location based on my requirement, right? And when you deploy app service, the app service required some engine. It should run your background compute power. So that is called app service plan. Right now it's a Linux plan because we have chosen Linux operating system. If you choose a Windows, it will call a Windows plan, right? So I'll just choose a Linux one so I can save a little bit more money. That is called app service plan. Based on app service plan, you will get charged. So I can choose any operating system. If I can go for dev test, I can have a free one, F1. This is completely free, but I can run only 60 minutes per day. I can run 60 minutes per. I can have a different plan called B1, which is will be 900 rupees per month for running 24 by 7. Right? I can have a different plans, B2, B3, and those plans right now, if I choose a F1, it is include only memory and storage. It's a basic website will be there. If I go this one, I can get custom domain name. I can scale this instance up to three numbers. I can have more storage, right? I can, those are the having similar. Only thing is that the RAM is getting changed. Can you see that RAM and CPU power will get changed, right? Now, if you are not in testing, you can go for the production. The production will have a different plans and different features. Here you can have a daily backups. You can have a multiple staging slots. You can have a traffic manager. So those things you can have it here, right? But the cost will be definitely going to change. 5,000, 6,000. Those will be cost of your deployment. Another option is that isolated network. This will be complete isolated. This is a shared networks. In the backend, you cannot, so you will not come to know that who are the using your app service along with you. It might be Mahesh have a same app service plan. I have a same service plan, same using same infrastructure. I can use isolated network, which will be bind with my own virtual network. I can have it with having a private IPs of those network. I can access those app privately. So those other features get changed, but the pricing also get changed also, right? So let me deploy quickly B1 so I can little bit show you differences. Now I'm deploying my deployment. Is it CI/CD? I can enable the CI/CD. If it's a CI/CD, I need to provide where is CI/CD getting called. So we'll not go in detail right now. I'll just go, come on. Let me enable Insight. So we are deploying web app. It will hardly take 5 minutes. Now you don't require VNet and any other stuff. It will automatically get deployed in backend. Any question, guys, on web app or any other topic? Any questions? Okay, let it deploy. Okay, there is a question, I think. All right, what is mean by Docker? Okay, I'll come to that point, Mahesh. What is Docker and GitHub? I'll just come to that point. GitHub is a new one. I'll explain you that one also. But Docker, I'll come to that. We have entire session. I think we have to connect tomorrow also because I need to explain a project details. So we have to connect tomorrow also. That if possible, I can connect right away, or we can do the. I explain the Docker today, or might be I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, this is website has been deployed. Everything is ready. Let me go on my demo site, and you can simply see that website will be available. This is what I have deployed. Submit demo, and the URL I got this one, and this is having this plan. Okay, I didn't enter. Come on. It's the first time. It will take time. It's loading details. My internet is not working. It's too much time to take it to deploy. We should see that demo page by Microsoft. That is what we are waiting here. And then it will take a time to deploy, and after post deployment it will take time a little bit. So how we can upload a data? There's a couple of ways to upload. One is that where we can upload a data. Deployment center. Right? In a deployment center, you can see there's a number of ways you can deploy your resources. One is FTP credential. This will be a URL you're going to use on your computer and upload that page. Right? So you will use a WinSCP tool. In the WinSCP, you will use FTPS, so which is SFTP. You will just provide a URL and you will having your username and password, right? And you will connect to your portal. It's connecting. After connecting, you can see that this is default page we are expecting to Microsoft show us. Or if you have any data, index.html, you can simply upload over there and you can find out. All right, you can simply say that, you can see that this is a pretty ready. It says that your web app is running, waiting for your content. So we are running. It's sorry, it means that your website is ready. You just need to upload your data. So let me look if I have some index page. I can look on the desktop, there's some index page. Okay, I don't have it. I'll just quickly create some index page. index.html. Here I'll write quickly my small code. Hello. Hello from Samid. I'll just save it, sample page, and move with one SCP here from desktop. I can refresh. Where is the refresh button? Can go to some directory and come back to my desktop. Index. I'll just upload here. After uploading, let me refresh my page. I should get a page. Or if it doesn't matter, but it's okay. I hope you got on the concept. So it's index. Come on. Waiting for your content. Still showing me that waiting for content. Alright, let me change to from ASP. Alright, I think something is missing out or might be some configurations pending which is not allowing me to. It's still showing the .NET. I don't know why. It should change to PHP now. Alright. Now, what is a GitHub? Mahesh has asked that what is GitHub? GitHub is nothing but a repository. Let me quickly explain what is a repository and what is GitHub. So what happened? Generally, let's say that you wanted to build a one big website, right? A website will have a lot of data. If let's just see that Amazon.com, if you just go on, click on Amazon.com, Amazon.com, it will have at least 1,000 pages or 5,000 pages. Every page will have a sub page, then it will be have sub page, and then it will sub page, and will be product page, then it will be a detail page. So many details will be there, right? So many pages will be there. It won't be possible for the one developer. It will be entire team who are creating all websites. Every team will be having small departments, small pages to get uploaded, updated, right? So it could be possible that this page which he is uploading can be done by some other team members, right? So if he have done a partial part and other team member have done partial part, they don't know the limit. So what will happen that it will overlap and if page will not work. So what they have to do after end of the day, this guy have to upload this one and this guy have to check and then continue from there, right? So every time this guy have to upload the pages one place, right? So this is called repositories. Uploading on central place, all the data is called repositories. Repo. Generally we call it repo or repositories, where all users are uploading data and there will be entire set of all data website will be available. So this guy goes on vacations. This guy goes on vacations. This guy need to work on it. What it can do that he can just pull all the data here and start working here. And once his work done, he'll upload back to this, right? This is called a repositories. All right. There's a guy called Linux Torvalds. He have created two things. One is the Linux kernel. Another is Git tool. The Git tool is nothing but it helps to maintain, upload, download the repository. It's called a Git tool, right? And there is one more company came in a picture that's called a company. He's provide. So when you're uploading a data, you require space, right? To upload the data, write a code. So there's a company called GitHub. He provide a free space to all developer to upload their data, upload the code. So let me give example. So this is Microsoft having lot of templates. Where what ARM template for having their resource deployment, virtual machine deployment, storage deployment, all ARM template JSON file they have it. So if you want to see that, you can simply go on GitHub Azure Quick Start template. So all Microsoft and Microsoft users, what they have done, they have uploaded all the templates here in the GitHub and a GitHub, and it will be all the templates. Where is the templates? Here is your quick start templates. So this is one of example template. Another will be a quick start for quick start, this one. You can find out a lot of templates will be there, right? So people are uploading data. Not everyone can upload. This is a private. All the publishers are public, but it's a private. So there will be a pull request. There will be a push request. So those will be called that can be done on a central repository that is called a GitHub. Right, Mahesh? Docker, I'll come to in details. Right. So just consider that GitHub is a place where all the developer working on the same projects are uploading their codes. So all should be in a synchronized way. And if any developer is on vacations, other developer can pull and continue from there. Right? Okay. So guys, we'll connect tomorrow also. I thought it will be today's last day, but I think we'll connect tomorrow also because I need to cover one topic called Kubernetes and Dockers. Kubernetes and Dockers on Azure side, AKS topic, which is I need to cover. And Ravindra have requested me to show me some projects so he can understand the project and he can, when having interview, he can explain that one. So I have, yes, please. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. So it's sufficient. No, no, it's a sufficient. 3 years, 4 years is sufficient. In fact, it's a good experience. It will not expect you much from the technical background, but they will, but it will give you good exposures, not initial exposure. So I believe that 3 to 4 years will be sufficient experience. I can share you a couple of sample resumes, my resume, my brother resume, and one of our friends' resume. You can pick the lines from there and you can add it in your resume. And do one thing, upload every week resume. So if you want to get a calls, what you have to do, you have to upload every week. So let's say that you have upload today, and on next week you have to upload. You have to just change a little bit. Might be Mahesh, Mahesh Babu. So Babu Mahesh. Just change that way. Or might be name up and phone number down. Do little bit changes on the resume and upload it again. So what will happen? HR whenever who's searching the resume, he sees that okay, this is a guy has recently updated, so they will approach you first rather than who have uploaded last 1 month or 5 days back. All right. And yes. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Surely, surely. You can send it to Ganesh. Ganesh is making one more batch. There's a three student. So I can start from there. Sorry, you go ahead. Go ahead, please. Mhm. Okay. So how much she have a what's her age? Frankly speaking, 45. So do you think she will able to work on the coding and this kind of a job? I believe no, right? So I know. I understand. So what she can do that she can look on she can look on the field in the corporate which is which is related to her itself and also technology. So she is coming from education. So she can look for the industries which is called edtech, education technology, right? In that they required some expertise. Like there's a lot of people who is coming for a lot of technology is coming like Upgrade, Udemy. Those are the lot of portal is coming, and there is Planet Spark. So many things are coming. So they want expertise from the education background and also understand the technology. So their developer can understand the both language. So let's say that most of the professor says of some language which a developer don't understand. They need a intermediate between. So she can look for that. So I suggest for her she should go on uh, project manager or product owner, those kind of courses. If you can look on websites called what is that website? Coursera. Right. I can show you that one couple of examples. Yeah, Coursera. So this this is a website provide a free courses, free online training. Only the pay will be there when you require to do certification. So you can find out on a Google. There is a one project, one course I was looking for. You can see that there's a course called IT support professionals. She can do this learning first. She can after doing this, she can understand what IT support required, what is IT support professional is required, what their language they talk, right? And after that, she can start doing our project management. right? So this will give you exposure that what generally managers talk, what are their language, what are their frameworks, right? How they plan the things. And after doing this, she can decide whether she wanted to come in IT or corporate. And even if she's coming, so she can come with her background or education background and take it as a intermediate between the developer and the educationist. Hmm. Hmm. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Simply, she can say that if she learned the good technical skills, she's learned a good technical skill. When she give an interview, she can simply say that okay, I have a 5 years experience in the IT. Uh, I already have an IT from why someone can ask that why you switching why you switch your career. So you can see she can simply say I didn't find any good scope or I got inclination on infrastructure sector, so I switched it. So nobody can deny that okay that it's okay your education in the PhD and everything. Now you're coming to IT. Nobody can deny. Only thing is that she should have a good interview, get it done, right? So what I'm suggesting her to, before making any decision, go for the IT support professional certification. This is just go and understand what they are talking about. Then understand that what is project management about, right? If she understand what their language are talking in IT world, Google world, or what, so she can start learning on the IT side. First, explore yourself whether is you are capable or whether is your taste, whether this is you liking or not. So she can start with these two courses, IT support professional and project manager. So let her do the courses and let her decide is it really IT for it or is she just getting attract with a good pro package or good profile. All right. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Yes, yes, please ask me. That's okay. No, no, no. That's okay. Uh-huh. Yes, true. So the generally what happened that there is from the actually it's already should be stopped getting a calls for next 1 month. What happened that in the December before the Thanksgiving, the people stop hiring, and from till the Christmas and from and fifth of the fifth 1 week of the January, first week of January there is no hiring. After that they will start hiring. This is a common practice, but not necessary every time it will happen. Because US company doesn't work on those period. December they don't work generally. But still you upload the resume every day. Why should the miss a chance? I'll send you a couple of job opportunity is there. Uh, 3 to 4 years experience. This is a small company, but I saw that I can share it to you that one also. You can give it interview. At least give an interview. You will come to know that what is their what is their requirement and how much they are offering. So so I have got yes. So I drop in both the same company. They have three requirements. One is the Bangalore and Delhi. Another is Mumbai. Just give interview. Whether you want to join or not, that doesn't matter. Just give interview. And if you join, you can simply say that okay, I'm okay for the Bangalore, but working from home. Right. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow, same time. See you tomorrow, same time. We'll cover the Docker's Kubernetes and project walkthrough. Take care. Yeah, 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 I'll share it.